Hello, in this video, I'm going to show you a resource called Gale Opposing Viewpoints so that your research isn't stressful. So let's learn how to use Gale. So our goal is for you guys to learn how to use Gale using effective search terms so that you can examine database sources and determine relevant information for your research. So we are going to use Gale Opposing Viewpoints, and the way that you access this is you are going to go to the Library Canvas course, scroll down to Research Databases, click on Research Databases, and then you're going to click on Gale. It should automatically log you in, and then this is the important part. We are going to click on Opposing Viewpoints. And so here's Opposing Viewpoints, and the first thing that we want you to do is we want you to find a source, or not a source, you want you to pick a topic. So I want you to find this Browse Issues button right here again. It's got a little light bulb next to it, but click Browse Issues. And here is a huge list of topics. So if you haven't decided on your topic, I would start here. If you have decided on your topic, see if you can find it in this alphabetical list. A lot of the topics that you are going to be looking for are under school. So I'm going to click on school dress codes. And if it comes from the list, you might have like a full overview page that you'll want to look at. There's also all these different resources down here. There's infographics, reference, images, videos, audio, magazines. I mean, tons of information. But I'm going to go ahead and click on this Read Overview. And once you are in an article, I would suggest kind of skimming. A lot of these articles even have like a full pros and cons section, which I would recommend. Also, if you look on the right-hand side, there's a section more like this. So I would check that out and see if there's additional articles. There's related subjects that you can look at over here. Make sure you're also looking at the subheadings and seeing like what you could use for your information. So there's lots of stuff that you could use. When you are citing, just remember the citation button is right here at the top. So you're going to click Cite. And then if you click Select, it'll copy it, and you can copy and paste that onto your Works Cited page. All right, so once you've decided on your topic and you use that Browse Issues list, the next thing is you want to make sure that you have good search terms. So a search term is a word or combination of words entered to be searched for on the internet or in a database. So here's the do's and don'ts to that. Do use specific words and phrases. So if I'm searching for information about dress codes, I could include dress code policies, negative effects, pros or benefits, cons or negatives or effects, religious freedom, dress codes, school uniform versus dress codes. Those are search terms that are specific words and phrases. What we don't want you to do is type the entire question. So if we said, why should schools have dress codes? We're not going to type that full question, because if you go to Gale and you type, why should schools have dress codes, it's not going to work for you. It's not going to come up with information that you're going to want for your research. So don't do that. Find specific words and phrases. And when you are thinking of those specific words and phrases, you might want to use these Boolean operators. So the searches that you can use are and, or, not. If you include those words in between some of your keywords, so for example, politics and media, children and poverty, Civil War in Virginia. Notice there's quotes around Civil War. So if you have a word or phrase that has like two words, you might want to put quotes around that when you're searching, because then it's going to look for civil and war, not just civil or war. You can also use the word or. So if you're looking for different spellings of things or different ways to write or synonyms, or could be very helpful. And then not, if you're keep getting information about a certain topic or subject and you don't want that to keep coming up, you could use the word not as well. I'm going to show you how to use the Boolean operators when we get to the advanced search option. So here are 3 search tools that you can use in Gale. The first is Topic Finder, which some of you might have had some experience with, General Search, and then Advanced Search. So the Topic Finder in Gale will take you to the tile view or the wheel view. So some of you have used this before, where you can search something and it's going to give you all these different topics or subtopics, and you can click on one and it'll give you articles about that more specific subtopic to kind of hone in on your research. So I'm going to show you how to access that. So when you go to Gale and click on opposing viewpoints, you'll notice that on the home page, it's not here. You actually have to search something first. So again, if I search dress codes, now you can see that Topic Finder is an option here. So it's either at the top after you search, or if I go back to this article that I had earlier, I'm going to go back to the search. Sometimes it's on the right. Let me see here. Let me click Viewpoints here. Yeah, see here on the right. Sometimes you can find it here once you have a list of search options. So if you click the Topic Finder, again, it's going to show you the tile or the wheel. Mine's not coming up right now. I'm going to go just type it in, see if it'll come up now. There it goes. And so again, I can kind of, let's say I'm talking about school uniforms. So I can look at more specific things, and then on the side, it's going to give me some articles that I could click on related to that subtopic. If you don't like the tile version, click on the wheel, and then again, you could click on more specific subtopics that might help you kind of hone in on your search. You can reset the wheel. So if you click reset, it might take you to like the beginning. Same thing with the tiles. You reset it, it'll take you back to the very beginning. So that's how you would use Topic Finder. And then the second one is just the general search. So what I mean by that is the search bar here at the top. And you could see when I started typing dress codes, different things started popping up. So you might want to look at like what kind of pops up as you're typing your topic, and see if maybe some other subtopics come up. But that's one way to search. And then the advanced search is right underneath here. So if I click on advanced search, this is where you can use those Boolean operators. So you can see you can change the word in between. So let's say I'm looking at dress codes and policies. And again, if you want to put quotes around phrases, you can. Sometimes it does it automatically for you. And then you can search and see what comes up that might be helpful. So again, that advanced search, you can kind of decide like what are the different maybe subtopics as you get more and more into your research and start honing in on certain specifics that might be more helpful. If you have any question about researching or need any extra help, please feel free to reach out. Good luck with your research.